Hi and welcome to this week's Wine Buff video. Because we've got a food and wine night on tomorrow night, I thought it might be a good time to explore food and wine pairings, because it's a question I get asked a lot about in the shop, and I just wanted to highlight the different sources where you can find information on food and wine pairing. Because wine on its own is pretty damn good, but whenever you can match it up with a food that brings out the best in the wine, and then the wine bringing out the best in the food, it really can be something pretty incredible. So there's 4 real sources to look at for information on food and wine. First one is myself. So if you're in the shop, then basically if you've got something that you're cooking, give me a shout. I tend to have a pretty good feel for it. Food and wine pairings tend to be something that you kind of get through a bit of experience of trying lots of different wines with different foods and find out which actually works and which doesn't work, because there are no hard and fast kind of rules as such, because everyone's palate is slightly different. So basically, if you're in here, if you've got something in mind, certainly ask me and I'll try to help you out. If you don't want to speak to me, which I wouldn't understand why you wouldn't want to, there are other resources out there. So there's 3 other main ones. The first one is books, and this is an example one, a very good book here. It's called What to Drink with What You Eat. And basically it's kind of our Bible in here. So what it has is at the front of the book, the first half of the book, it basically gives different foods, like here we go, chicken, and then general, and underneath it lists all the different wines that go pretty well with it. It then says chicken in general, then it will list out different things with chicken with artichokes, baked with cream sauces. We have barbecue, cold, coq au vin, etc, etc. So that's the first half of the book. So you just look for your food, and then it'll tell you what wine to have. It also goes in bold for the ones that go particularly well, and capitals for the ones that go really, really well. And then the second half of the book, it goes the opposite way around. Forgive the crappy camera work here. And what it does is it lists the wine that you have and which foods go well with them. So for example, we have sparkling wine, and then it lists down the food that go well. So the likes of caviar. So if you've got budget for sparkling wine, it assumes that caviar goes pretty well with it. Chinese food, eggs, egg dishes, potato chips. There's a good combination. But that's a very, very good book. So as I say, at the front it tells you the foods and what wines to go with it, and then the other one, if you've got wine, what food to go with it. So that's called What to Drink with What You Eat, and as I say, I have a copy in here, so if you've got a tricky food, I'll certainly be able to match it up. Another resource is, of course, if you don't want to buy a book, there's the good old internet. So basically, if we go on here and we type in food and wine pairing, and search, we get a website that's handily called foodandwinepairing.org. This is a pretty handy little site. At the top you'll have different things, so what you want to do is click match wine to food, because most people tend to have food in mind and then they want to know what wine they want with it. And then what you'll get is this nice sort of slatey kind of animation type of job. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, you want to click match food to the wine. So as I say, you get this nice slatey thing, and at the top you'll see different things like cow, pig, all that kind of stuff. So what you do is, say you're having chicken, click on the chicken, and then down it slides, and you've got different options: chicken, fried, roast, etc. So you say you're having roast chicken and you want to know what wine goes with it, and out slides the options here. So it says go very well with a nice Chardonnay or white Burgundy, and then it explains why. So that's a really good website. Again, click up, say fish, slides around, salmon, say you're having salmon, and then again salmon is richer, fattier, and then it goes Pinot Noir or Burgundy, so or Pinot Gris, and in particularly Chardonnay again. So that's a pretty good website. It's called www.foodandwinepairing.org. And the final thing for food and wine pairing is, if you've got one of these boys here, the iPhone, there's a nice little app which is called Hello Vino. It's this one here. So you click on Hello Vino, and then you go to wine with a meal food, hit that. Gives you different options, so say you're having pizza, hit the pizza again, and then it tells you different options. What better than pepperoni or meat pizza? And then it tells you which one goes well. That's Zinfandel. And other options are, oops, went too far. Or Chianti or Dolcetto, again from Italy. So that's pretty much it. 4 different options for matching food and wine, and as I say, the most important one's probably me when you pop into the shop, so just give me a shout if you've anything particularly special and I'll help you out pairing a wine with it to make it a very special dining experience. So until next week, all the best. Cheers.